Welcome to Roll for Noodles, the series where I make a randomized noodle dish for my wife. This series is inspired by Adventures in Ardia's Roll for Sandwich. Let's get started with our roll for noodle shape. That's an 8 for udon. Next up is our roll for sauce. That's a 3, finely rolled peanut sauce. So right before rolling, I realized my peppers had gone bad. I didn't have another veggie to replace them with, so I just panicked and put lemon and lime on the list, and just kinda hoped I wouldn't roll it. But here we are, a 3 for corn and an 8 for lemon or lime. Now for the protein. That's a 0, which is technically a 10, which is salmon. Now let's roll for our D20 pastability. That's a 17 for chili lime seasoning. And finally, our finishing touch. That's an 8 for Parmesan cheese. Now here's a recap of everything we rolled. I'll start with the salmon because that'll take the longest. My life has changed since finding out you could put the frozen salmon directly in the air fryer, so I'll let that defrost for a bit and then add my seasoning. Now I had planned to edit this to look like I was slapping the can open, but I forgot to record the second half, so enjoy this video of me just slapping a can of corn. Anyway, now that the salmon is cooked a little bit, we'll add our chili lime seasoning. This stuff tastes exactly how it sounds, and is really good for making fajitas. Adding it to the peanut sauce will give it kind of a pad thai vibe. Now it's time to activate the garlic powder cantrip, and then adding some salt and pepper before popping it back in the air fryer. Oh, what? Sorry, did you say you're still mad about the lime being on the vegetable list thing? Nobody tell this guy about tomatoes. They'll be devastated. Now, I have no idea how Parmesan cheese will pair with this, but I'll never turn down an excuse to break into this giant block. I think it'll go well with the salmon, just maybe not the peanut sauce. I bought this months ago specifically to try on Roll for Noodles, and not to sound insane, but it's not very peanutty. The other main ingredients are coconut milk, sugar, and red curry paste, but it just tastes like it wants to be spicy. In fact, it's so bland, just the lime juice was enough to overwhelm it. Looking back, I wish I had added more peanut butter. Now I'm worried that the lime juice and the chili lime seasoning will be too much. But now it's time to cook the noodles. Udon noodles are thick, chewy, and great at clinging to thick sauces. Udon was probably the best option we could have rolled with peanut sauce. I'm gonna steal a little bit of that noodle water to help bring the sauce together, and then we'll check in with our noodle expert.
Sit. Right, can you lay down? Oh, and you already knew to try to roll over. Okay, sit. Good catch. Good catch, bud.
This is his first time trying udon, and he approves. Now, as far as all this coming together, I think it mostly goes well. It would have been nice to get some kind of green vegetable instead of just corn and lime, and I really should have just used a D10 for the vegetable roll. Jeez, this episode is filled with regret. This can't be that bad. I mean, the salmon looks good, and I've rarely met an application of Parmesan cheese I haven't liked, but it's all just so beige. And yes, I know it has the lime in there, and I know the lime is green, but I'm also worried that this is going to taste like lime and nothing else. Hopefully some sweetness from the corn or spice from the chili lime comes out, but either way, it's half past noodles o'clock. I can't take credit for this name because Kelly came up with it after the fact, but she said to call it Lime's Your Uncle, and I have not stopped laughing about that since. Anyway, I'm a little worried about this bowl, but it's not up to me.
Cheers. Very citrus. A little bit of peanut butter. That one's good. After mixing it, it's a little better. That first one, it was like I was eating half of a lemon or a lime. Even though I do like that, that's not what I was expecting. Drop your toy. I definitely love a good pad thai, and that has some lime juice in it. However, I do think that this had a lot of lime juice in it. I bet that lime was so nice and juicy, probably one of the best looking limes because it had a lot of juice in here. Between that and the chili lime on the salmon, I think it was just very lime heavy. I would have liked to see spinach or broccoli or peas in this or edamame in this instead of just the corn. The salmon also did help cut some of the really citrusy parts. I don't want it to come off as mean, and I don't want it to come off that I'm like really critiquing her stuff. It's just that she's an amazing cook, so I can really critique her stuff. I think it gets a 7 out of me.